Alright, so as you can see today I've got a couple of little green boxes that everybody loves. I've got the CEO and the CEO flipper, and I got both of these because I want to show you guys how they are similar and how they're different. Now the CEO has become massively popular. I don't think I've seen anybody do a direct review, so obviously the difference is primarily going to be the flipping, but I wanted to draw your attention to a couple of other little details here. So there's the CEO and there's the flipper. So right off the bat you can see obviously this one's got the flipping protrusion right there, but also there are some general differences in design. The clip design is notably different. I happen to like the clip design on the flipper a little bit better. The standard CEO is CRKT branded, which, if like their website says, this is supposed to be able to be mistaken for a pen. Having the CRKT branding sort of doesn't exactly fulfill that aim. So when it's clipped into a pocket, this is a lot less obtrusive. Again, if you look at the actual grip material, you can also see there are some pretty significant differences in the design of the material. The flipper feels a little bit more grippy than the standard, but that's pretty subjective. Also, you'll note the thumb stud on the standard. There is obviously no thumb stud on the flipper. So if you prefer a thumb stud, or if you were expecting the flipper to have one, you'll note that that is not present. So those are the major differences on the outside. The use of the flipper is very easy. It's got the ball bearings in there, and it opens very quickly. The original has a bit of a trick to it. So rather than using it like a traditional thumb stud, one thing you can do with this, I'll see if I can actually do it, is flick it with your thumb like that. And this has the IKBS ball bearings in it, so which allow you to open it very easily and very cleanly. So again, you just hold it, and you keep your finger out of the way too, but you give it a flick and it opens right up. So not a major difference, but something worth noting, I think. Again, you can see they're both Richard Rogers designs. They're both very similar in overall appearance. You will note the clips are also on opposite ends of the knives, which is a little bit interesting, but that's primarily due to how they're deployed. So if you look at the flipper, if you imagine this being in your pocket vertically, if you pull it out of your pocket, you then have to roll it to open it. So that's something to think about depending on if you prefer tip up or tip down carry of your knives. The standard is actually going to be tip down, whereas the flipper is tip up. Just some things to consider that may not be immediately apparent without a side-by-side comparison. Let me know if you have any comments on these. Otherwise, I do want to take a look at one other CRKT product today. Well, I have these up for comparison. That is the Techliner Super Shorty. So it's no secret that I'm a big fan of the Techliner pen. I think it's really cool. I love the magnets. And this is just a smaller version of that. So there's really no significant difference between this and the standard Techliner other than the size, and in this case, the color. The one I reviewed earlier was more of a gunmetal gray or a black. This is obviously a bright blue. So if you have preferences on that, you can get each in different sets of colors, of course, but the Super Shorty is in fact just a short version. It's approximately as long as the CEO. So if you prefer a shorter pen, the Super Shorty might not be a bad choice for you if you want all the features of the Techliner without the size. Also, it's a little bit cheaper, so if you're worried about pulling the trigger on a full-size Techliner, you might try the Super Shorty, see if you like it. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these three. Leave a comment below and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, you guys have a great day and stay safe out there.